is going on, YouTube? It's your boy, Playoff Don, and I'm back yet again with another video. A little bit of a different setting here. I know I'm in my car right now, but something crossed my mind, and I want to talk about it. And I've actually wanted to talk about it for a minute, but I found the right opportunity right now. I'm chilling. Just bear with me here. I know, different setting, just trying to stay focused. So, I know I'm kind of late to the party, but it's still been a lingering topic throughout media. I know we all hear the rumblings about this. Who are the Niners going to take with the 3rd overall pick in this year's draft? And we hear a lot of Mac Jones rumblings. I know y'all hear it. I've heard it. I know y'all hear it. A lot of Mac Jones rumblings going on. I want to get my 2 cents on it. All right. So there are, in my opinion, there are 5 really good QBs in this draft. We got the GOAT, Trevor Lawrence. We got another GOAT, Zach Wilson. We got Justin Fields, who I'll admit he does have some pretty glaring weaknesses, but I still think with some coaching he can be an awesome pro. Trevor Lawrence, my fault. Trey Lance he's kind of like an unknown, to be honest. Like, you see the talent with him. However, there are some serious questions about how good he is, how good he can be, or how good he is right now of a passer. You got to be a good passer if you want to succeed in the NFL. You just got to. Mac Jones is a very good passer. He's really good. If you watched him at Alabama at all, you're like, oh man, that guy, he's really accurate. That dude makes great decisions. On every throw is on time, on target. He's got good pocket feel. All that good stuff. Mac Jones, I liked him all throughout the college season. I did. I'm like, oh, this dude's pretty good. This dude's pretty good. If he lands on a good team with a good offensive line and receivers who can create, he's going to be pretty all right. He's going to be pretty all right. I really like him. The Niners traded up to 3, and I hear all this Mac Jones smoke. I think it's smoke. Honestly, I think it's smoke. I think it's smoke. There's just I cannot fathom the idea of San Francisco trading 3 first-round picks, trading up to get a Mac Jones level quarterback. This is what I think. Now, like I said, Mac Jones, he was really good in college. He was awesome this past college season. Of course, he was a Heisman candidate. They won the Natty. He's super accurate. Oh yeah, facts. But when you watch Mac Jones play, there are clear limitations on his game. And there's a clear ceiling on how good he can be as an NFL quarterback. And the idea that the Niners, they seem to have everybody fooled except me. I don't buy this. I don't buy it at all. That they're going with Mac Jones at number 3. Like I said, he has a clear ceiling on him. And the quarterback that they have right now, Jimmy Garoppolo, has a clear ceiling on him. So why would you trade 3 first-round picks? Again, 3 first-round picks for a dude who has a clear ceiling on him when there's other guys like, we're assuming, we know Lawrence is going number 1. We're assuming Zach Wilson is locked into that number 2 pick. Mac Jones is not as talented as Justin Fields. He isn't. And look, I don't love Fields. Like I said, Fields has, when you watch him, you watch his worst games. there's clear issues with his game. Mac Jones is as far from like a mental aspect, and like as a passer, as a reader of defenses, he doesn't really have much limitations. He really doesn't. He can read the field great. He goes through his reads great. Like I said, he's accurate. He deals with blitzes well. He's got all the intangible stuff. But I feel like we did this a year ago with another Alabama QB. His name's Tua, if you haven't heard of him. Very good thinking man's quarterback. He's got all the intangibles, but not a lot of tools, not a lot of measurables. And your success in college behind a beautiful offensive line with receivers who are screaming 10 yards open every play, when you come into the league, you're not going to have that. Mac Jones won't have that level of protection. He won't have that kind of, that open of receivers. Even if he goes to San Francisco, it's not going to be like that. Now, I know they got a good old line, they got good receivers, but it's not going to be like what it was at Alabama. Why would you already have a QB with a clear ceiling, is what I'm saying. You imagine Kyle Shanahan would want to go all in for a dude who's got all the traits, a guy who can bail you out when the play calling isn't going correctly, when the defense is just playing awesome stuff and they're locking up your actions. You want a dude who can go off script and make some off-platform throws. Mac Jones, he's just not like that. There's clear limitations with him. Now again, he's really good in the pocket. If you watch his footwork, while he does get pressured a little bit, it's beautiful. Like the little solo movements he does to just buy himself like a little bit of time. It's dope, absolutely. But you're just not in the league. It's a whole different animal. Like you're not going to be able to do that unless you're a 20-year vet like Drew Brees or Tom Brady. And for all the people that are thinking that Mac Jones can beat Tom Brady, I urge you to please stop. Because if you're chasing unicorns with your draft idea, and Brady, I would qualify him as a unicorn. If you're chasing that type of player in today's league with your draft process, it's not going to go well. It's not going to go well. Justin Fields and Trey Lance both have much higher ceilings than Mac Jones. And I imagine when you're giving up that much draft capital, you'd want a QB with a mad high ceiling. So I think all this Mac Jones stuff, I think it's all smoke. I think it's smoke. If any 49er fan is out there worried about them taking Mac Jones, I don't see it happening. There's no way. There is no way. There's I mean, of course, anything can happen, of course. But if the 49ers if they do go that route, if they go the Mac Jones route, if they give up all that capital for a dude who can't move outside the pocket, for a dude with not a great arm, for a dude who, when the pressure's getting on you and the corners are sticking to your receivers, what can you do? For a guy like that, I don't see all that capital being moved for like a mid-tier level quarterback. I think that's what he's going to be. In today's NFL, you got to move. You have to be able to move. And you got to have, or if you can't do that, at least have a strong arm. And he has neither. Justin Fields, Mac Jones is further along up here, like I said, than Justin Fields. But that's not to say Fields can't get there. It's just, there's no way that they trade that much for a dude with a limited ceiling. I know that's the third time I've said that, but that's just tell yourself that. I think all this Mac Jones stuff is smoke, and if it actually happens, San Francisco would be making a massive mistake. Now look. if they do take him, I'm going to look wrong at first. Absolutely. And I know that because he's going to go to San Francisco and it's going to be a great situation and he's going to put up numbers and they're going to win games. And then people look back at me like I'm stupid. I know that's what's going to happen. If he goes to San Francisco, he's going to win games and put up numbers. I know. But the thing is, that situation is not always going to look like that because you're not always going to have good receivers. You're not always going to have a good offensive line. If they were to take Justin Fields, when the O-line starts to get old and those dudes start to fall off a little bit, Fields can improvise because of his athletic traits. And that just keeps you relevant. That keeps you at a baseline of a good offense. That keeps you relevant for years and years and years. Once that supporting cast falls off, I don't know how effective, I don't know how great Mac Jones will be long term. Long term is how you should be thinking when you draft a quarterback. Again, if they take him, he's going to look good. I'm pretty sure he's going to look good right away because he's similar to who they have in Jimmy Garoppolo. So that's another reason why it won't make sense, because Mac Jones is just even less mobile Jimmy, I think. Jimmy's accurate. Jimmy makes the right reads. It just, like I said, when you trade up to number 3 overall, I assume you're chasing upside. And like I said, if the Niners do this and Fields lands in, say, Denver, or if the Patriots trade up and get him, we could be looking back at this pick 4 or 5 years from now and be like, oh, y'all really screwed that up. So that's my idea. I really think it's smoke. I think the Niners go either Justin Fields or Trey Lance with this 3rd pick. If they take Mac Jones, you'll have some early success again, I'm sure. But I think it's a mistake. Let me say that. And I don't want to slight Mac Jones. I don't want to crap all over Mac in this video. I don't. Because again, I think he's a really good quarterback. I do. I think he's nice. And if he falls in this draft and goes to a better team, if he falls all the way to 15 to the Patriots, I think that's really good. Because you're taking him with the 15th pick and you're not giving up any extra assets for him. San Francisco, if you're listening to this video, you're probably not, but the slim chance that you are, take Justin Fields, take Trey Lance, don't take Mac Jones. And that's all I'll have to say about that. Thank you. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss another one of my videos. But yes, thanks for bearing with me. I know it's a weird setting, but all in good intentions. So I will be out.